What the fuck? Oh, never mind.
What?
What? Episode 368. Squeaky.
Right, so my problem with Windows 10
Yeah.
and why I didn't want to upgrade. I didn't want to upgrade because, like, I've used Windows 10 at work and I find the UI to be, like, generally slower and more clunky than Windows 7. Windows 7 was, like, the last good OS they made, I guess.
Oh, maybe.
Or, like, the last stable one. I mean, I'm fine with Windows 10 now. It's just annoying that, like, my friend was like, "Oh, well, if you don't have Windows 10, you can't use DirectX 12, so all that stuff you bought was basically useless." And I'm like, fine. Although the good part is all I had to do was put in my Windows 7 activation key and it gave me Windows 10 for free. I didn't have to buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to buy it because this would be like my second license.
Okay, yeah. But that's like I'm glad I was at least able to scam them out of $120. So I didn't
Yeah.
have to. Yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, new computer's cool. I've been running a few bigger games that I couldn't before. Like I got Just Cause. I was gonna buy Just Cause 4, and then I found out I had it for free on the Epic Game Store. And
Oh.
once I did some optimizations, I was able to run that shit at fucking max settings.
I guess the only downside is that you had to use Epic Game Store.
Yeah, but it's also look. I don't know how the Epic Game Store is making money besides, I guess, Fortnite transactions and kids,
Yeah.
because I have like 60 games on that thing. I have bought literally one of those.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, they give out multiple free games every week. And this isn't me trying to shill for the Epic Game Store. I think it's one of the like,
Isn't it?
dude, it's not a good fucking platform.
Yeah, I've heard. I have never
Um,
tried it. I mean, there's stuff about Steam I don't like too, but it's not Steam so much as just individual publishers. Like,
no, but Steam like has functionality, whereas like the Epic Game Store, like you can't even there's not even a function to like not reinstall, like to move all of the game files for a game to a different disk if you want to. Like I got an SSD, so I'm like, oh, I'll move all my installed shit to the SSD so it loads faster. And there's no option to do that in the Epic Game Store. You just have to manually do it yourself. And then I guess like re-verify the files by game. Whereas at least in Steam, you can like go to local files and it's like change disk location.
yeah.
Easy. Epic Game Store, I don't think has a wish list on its fucking store page. It's like, what are you doing?
I just meant like how, Rockstar or Ubisoft, you have to create an account to play those games, and I pretty much just don't do that.
Yes, that's also terrible.
Yeah,
I
isn't
know
that the same with
Sting.
Epic Games? Like Epic Games, you have to do that for everything, right?
I don't think so. I don't
Oh,
even think the Epic Game Store games have DRM. I think you can just download them and then get rid of the launcher and just launch them without it. But
oh,
I mean, and that's cool. But it's like the functionality of the store is nowhere near Steam, which is in the year of our Lord 2020 absolutely not okay.
yeah.
Like if you don't have a wish list function, even Nintendo, the most we don't know how to do anything online shit, has a wish list function.
Oh, they don't even have a wish list. That's bullshit.
No, that's what I'm saying. And like they gave me a coupon, I guess the one time I bought a game or something, they gave me like a $10 coupon off of like a game that's $15 or more. And I would like to spend that ideally on something that's only on the Epic Game Store, because if it's on Steam, I'd rather just get it on Steam. But I don't even think they have a fucking section of their store that tells you what's exclusive after they went through the trouble of buying all these exclusives. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's
Hitman 3 is going to be Epic Games Store exclusive for a year. To which everyone replied, "Oh, so it's going to be delayed for a year. Awesome." But it's just like if I can't tell what games I can only get on your I the one game I bought on there was Super Liminal because I don't think it was on Steam at the time. That's that one where like
I know.
it's like
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah,
No.
it's like a
Explain it because
physics
people might not know what it is.
yeah, for the people who don't know Super Liminal, it's like a physics puzzle game where like you pick up objects, but then like as you move them, like they retain their size relative to your to like your perspective.
That game looks
So
fucking
like
rad, and it looks like it's
it's
on the Switch.
awesome.
It's on the Switch now, apparently.
It's on the Switch and PS4. Yeah, I would highly
How
recommend it.
much is it?
I don't know how much it is. It is only like a few hours long. It's not very long. It's very Portal-ish in its
Mm.
length, but it's still worth it.
I've been
I
waiting
would
for that
say.
game to come out for a long time. Well, not waiting, not on the edge of my seat or anything, but I remember hearing about it a long time ago.
Yeah, and it does some cool stuff. Like it keeps introducing new things throughout the game that I was surprised. I beat that like months ago. I really liked it, but yeah, that's the one game I bought on there, and I think it's because at the time it was only available on that store, and then it came out for PS4. I don't even know. It might still not even be on Steam, which is crazy.
It's Yeah, it doesn't. It's listed on Steam, but it doesn't look like it is on November.
Oh wow, Jesus. Then it must have been like a year exclusivity deal or something. But yeah, like I'm not gonna if I can get it on Steam, I'm gonna get it on Steam because Steam at least tracks your game time in a way that is immediately noticeable. Whereas on the Epic Game Store to see your game time, I think you have to like hit the little three dots icon underneath the game's like box art, and then like it'll tell you there. Or like the fact that Steam is trading cards, which whether you like those things in Steam or not, like at least I can get a few cents out of playing the game to
Yeah,
like buy more games.
16 bucks on Switch. That's not bad.
No, that's I would wait for it to go on sale,
Yeah,
honestly, just
yeah, me
because of its
too. But
length. But even at 16, it's still worth it for the novelty. But yeah, um, yeah, new computer thing. But yeah, most of the time I've been spending on the Epic Game Store launcher has just been playing all the free games they gave me, dude. Because like the one week they gave out 6 free Batman games, and I'm talking like the Arkham trilogy and 3 Lego Batman games
jeez.
all in one week. Yeah, and I never played Arkham Asylum, so it's like
Oh,
I played Arkham City, but I never played Arkham Asylum, so it's like I guess I'll get around to that at some point. I'm
we were
just looking at
just
my desk.
Christine and I were talking about that because I guess they announced a new game. Rocksteady announced a new game that's going to be you're playing as I guess Suicide Squad, and I couldn't
Yeah.
give a shit less. But the thing is like I never finished Arkham City because I just kind of was like, I mean, it was just Arkham Asylum but bigger, so I was like,
Really? Because I loved that game, and I'm not
yeah,
even a big
but you didn't
Batman
play
guy.
Asylum.
No, but it's like, does isn't I mean, isn't there something to be gained by playing a game like Arkham Asylum but with an open world layout?
I
Because
guess not because I got to what did I get to? I got to Mr. Freeze and then I just never bothered to play anymore after
oh, you
that.
were frustrated because he keeps learning, and he's like, "You can't do that again, Batman.
Probably. I think he frustrated me also. But
Can't
then,
can't let you do that, Star Fox."
yeah, I just didn't care. So,
I'm
but
so
there was like
glad
two
all
more games after that and I never played them.
Yeah, one's like a prequel and then one's like the actual sequel. And most people didn't seem to care too much one way or the other about either of them. I know people complain about the Batmobile sections in Arkham Knight, I think the third one's called.
I think you can shoot people.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't know. I guess you could just use the Batmobile to run people over, but it's okay because the tires are made of not kill people anium.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
I fucking hate comic books. They're so gay. But um yeah, I'm glad. Really quick, I'm glad all those uncompressed voice lines from Star Fox got leaked. And
Oh
like, all
yeah,
in the
that was
64
cool.
Shit. I don't think we talked about that when I talked about the L is real thing, but like, God, it's great having all that stupid shit uncompressed. Like, whoa, it's Fox, it's me, your buddy. Slow down.
Have you been watching that Netflix docu-mini series about video games?
No,
It's
didn't they
pretty
try
good.
to? Didn't they try to say a black guy invented video games or something?
No,
Oh,
no, but they have a guy who's black and gay who talks about how video games levels the playing field, and it doesn't matter if you're black and gay. And I was like, but it doesn't matter if you're black and gay anyway, so fuck off.
well, I won't watch Netflix anyway because I'm not a pedophile. But that's beside the point.
Well, I am, and I think this series is cute.
Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. Corey has been watching Korra as of late. I caught a few bits and pieces
Wow,
last
what a
night.
pedophile.
No,
She's
fuck
17.
you.
She's
No,
17.
She's hot.
I know. Well, she's 21,
I
but
want her to, I want her to waterbend her piss right into my mouth.
what would you do if I waterbed in my piss straight into your mouth? She's 17 in the beginning and then 21 by the end of the series, so it's okay.
Whatever. I don't care.
I don't care either. I actually, Christine and I finished the first season. It's actually nice being able to watch that show and not having to wait a week to watch a new episode, because that's how I watched it originally on like Nickelodeon's ever-changing time slots and where to fucking watch it.
Yeah, when they're moving her around SpongeBob. I guess the first season also didn't have a huge budget because some of the animation that first season is fucking janky.
Yo, like I didn't. There's a I forget what scene it is, but there's a part where they go outside and the backgrounds did not look finished.
No, I saw a lot of the background shots, and I'm like, this looks like what you would do as, like, this looks like what you would paint in Photoshop as like a temporary base to like finish the background
Yeah.
later. Not that like the show looks terrible.
No.
I think the animation's still fine, but you can clearly tell that this show didn't have the budget it needed. which is weird because of how big the original series was. You think Nickelodeon would like put their money towards it, but whatever. What do I fucking know?
Well,
I'm not a studio.
I think I read that the first series was supposed to have 4 seasons, but they only either got canceled or they're only allowed the 3 seasons. So
I mean, it doesn't matter anyway.
Nickelodeon never had any. I don't think they ever had any faith in the series ever.
It doesn't matter anyway because that first series is basically perfect.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how a 4th season would benefit that thing anyway.
No, I don't know. Alex apparently there's comics too, but I've never
That
seen
wouldn't
them.
shock me. Yeah.
Alex watched it and he liked it, but he didn't like the 3rd season as much. Whenever we can have him on, we should talk about it. Well, his complaints didn't make any sense to me though.
The 3rd season's a little weird, but it's because they're kind of like hiding out the whole time because they're in the Fire Nation. It's like, hey, how do you learn firebending when the Fire Nation is the one that's taking over the entire world?
Well, I think he said something like the hell.
It's still good.
He said like the humor just didn't hit right with him. He said it was weird. You know, everything's supposed to be so serious, but they're having like really
He's just
jokey
mad
stuff.
at the Ember Island episode and the beach episode and whatnot.
The beach episode's great, although
Yeah,
she's a real cunt. Like I can't even get a boner over her. She's such a bitch.
Azula.
Yeah, I mean like she's hot, but
Yeah,
man,
what about Ty Lee,
is that the goth
Yeah.
one?
the acrobat chick?
Oh no, that's the only one that you should have a boner about
Yeah, you don't like the goth chick either?
because she's a cunt.
That's the first.
Well, she's a cunt. I don't like cunts. I like her look. I only like cocks.
I don't like goths.
I don't. No, but I mean that's what I mean. Like, yeah, of course she's hot.
Okay. Well, then what about Asami? Because she's goth, basically.
Yeah, she's hot and she's
Yeah,
nice.
exactly. And then Korra ends up with her at the end, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm really paying attention to this time because I'm like, I personally didn't remember any hints that she could be bisexual. And yes, I said bisexual, not a lesbian.
Well, because I was watching a little bit of the first season with Korra. I can't do this.
Well, besides her running through the whole squad, she never shows
'cause I was
any
watching
interest
the first-
in her.
I was watching the first season, a bit of it, and like she's dating Mako or whatever, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. And then I like went up and played some games with the boys last night, and then I came down. I guess she was in the middle of season 2, and like Korra's dating Mako again, and I'm like, what did I fucking miss here? The entire part of the first season was him trying to be like, no, I didn't kiss her. Fuck you.
That's definitely the worst stuff of the show, and I never liked it. I never liked that stuff, even when I watched it years ago. It was just
Right.
the interpersonal fuck relationships. I never find that ever interesting ever in anything. I would
I don't know
rather
how-
I'd rather have no romance in movies.
I don't know how a single kid watching that show could be interested in not only that, but like the politics of the show, which
Well,
is way more of a focus.
I'm sure an explanation for that would be they just assumed kids grew up with Avatar. They grew alongside Avatar, where
Yeah, that's
now
what I
they're
thought, too.
teenagers.
That's what I thought too. But like, you got to figure some actual kids are still watching Korra.
Yeah, but who cares?
And it's just like, I'm the leader of the police force and you have no jurisdiction. It's like, oh man, if I was a kid, I'd turn this off immediately.
I can't say because when I watched it,
Except for Big Mommy Milky's Asami. Ooh, I hate that kid. I hate that Airbender kid that
Yeah.
does nothing but fart.
yeah,
We both hate him, but at least he had that one line where he's like, "You're pretty. Can I have some of your hair?"
yeah, I know. No, he's got his moments, but he's more often than not disgusting to look at.
She was like, Corey was like, "Why did they put him in the show and all he does is fart?" I'm like, "It's probably someone's fetish."
Yeah, probably. I think Toph's kid is. Well, I say kid. Toph's daughter is kind of hot in a weird way too.
The old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool. She had a cool final moment there where she like took down those airships.
And then died.
Yeah, but they like take away her bending and they show it and they frame it with all the gravitas of her basically being killed. Yeah.
I said, I was like, so what? Do they get to be on disability? I guess not, because they're just normal humans now. It's not like they're disabled.
Well, they get to that guy who can bloodbend, and then like Corey was like, "That's scary as shit," and I'm like,
Hell
"Yeah,
yeah.
you should see the original episode," because I guess she never saw the original show.
Oh.
Which I don't know why. I'm like, I have the Blu-ray. You can just watch it. But,
Well, that's also on Netflix.
I know, but
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, you should see the original episode because the original episode just ends with like the villain tricking Katara into doing it, and that's just how the show. That's just how that episode ends. Like, haha, you're a bloodbender now. Fuck you.
Yeah, that episode's great.
Yeah,
Bloodbending
that
is
is
bloodbending is
fantastic.
legit terrifying.
Yes, especially in this show
Yes.
where like they're just using it as telekinesis.
Yeah.
And then like that one guy almost kills Aang with it basically, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna twist your fucking entire like." It's like some berserk shit where it's just like, I
Yeah.
just twist your whole fucking body up.
Well, I mean, you could just stop blood flow. I mean, you could kill
Yeah, he
someone pretty
knocks
much
him out.
instantly. Yeah.
He knocks out like a whole courtroom.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking rad. I
Yeah.
love how that's voiced. He's voiced by Clancy Brown too.
Oh, wait, who?
The guy
The
who
guy in the past or the guy in the present? Because the guy in the present, I'm pretty sure, is voiced by D. Bradley Baker, along with like literally everyone else in that fucking show.
no, in the father in the past is Tom
Okay,
Clancy.
because I'm like sitting there going like, that's D. Bradley Baker, that's D. Bradley Baker, that's
Oh.
D. Bradley Baker.
Well,
who's also- who's
Amon is
also
Steve
Appa.
Bloom.
Well, oh yeah, no, but like I can tell D. Bradley Baker like from a second, and I'm like, it's even funnier because he voiced all the animals in the first season, in the first show.
Oh,
Like
that is
Appa and
funny.
Momo. Yeah, but I'm just sitting there like, okay, the police chief guy or whatever, not the police chief guy, the guy who has control over the cops, the waterbender is D.
Yeah.
Bradley Baker, and then there's a guy on the fucking police radio that's clearly D. Bradley Baker, and I think even his squirrely little fucking like Jew helper guy
Oh
who
yeah.
tells everyone that he can bloodbend, I think that's also him.
Who's
And
D. Bradley Baker again?
D. Bradley Baker is fuck, what's a voice you'd know him for? Do you know that SpongeBob episode where they get an apple and the worm is like, "Greetings, I bring you greetings from Apple World."
I mean,
It's
he's not
that
Liquid
guy.
Snake, is he?
Let me go to.
I can just look him
No,
up.
that Liquid Snake is Cam Clark.
Oh, see, that's what I'm thinking of.
Hold on, let me go to his IMDb real quick. I don't know why I'm not doing this when I have a fucking computer right in front of me, but D. Bradley Baker does like every like
Oh,
nasally
yeah.
voiced cartoon character you've ever heard. That isn't like a girl doing it. Hold on. I'll
Yeah,
find
I've
it.
seen him. I just don't recognize. I don't think he doesn't do enough characters where I would recognize their voice.
He's the fish in American Dad.
Whoop-de-doo.
I know you wouldn't know that. Why is his page not loading?
It doesn't matter. I like how Clancy Brown always kind of pops up sometimes, and I always enjoy it.
He's fucking Clancy Brown is in Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, like just him though. Yeah, like
Yeah. Let's see,
he
he's in
plays a lot of
Full House.
characters that don't speak. They just make noises. So that's weird. Oh, he was Squidly or whatever the fuck. Squidward's hot, sexy friend.
Yeah, but he's a bunch of other voices in SpongeBob where like if as soon as you know what he sounds like, you're like, oh, that's him.
Yeah, he's the only one I haven't been able to do that with. I am very good with voice actors. Not
No,
with their
but he's
names,
like-
so I'll just know who they are.
He's very what's the word I'm looking for? He's very
Homosexual?
yes, he's very homosexual. No, he's very distinct. Like, he's like Tom Kenny, where as soon as you know what voice to listen for, you're
Sure.
like, that's him.
Sure.
Or John DiMaggio, who John DiMaggio is in fucking Final Fantasy VII remake, and he's like doing the graveliest voice I've ever heard him do in his life.
Sweet.
That's fucking Heidegger. By the way, I beat that. That game's. I don't know how to feel about that game.
Well, it's not a complete game, first of all.
No, but do you care if I spoil it?
Fuck no.
Okay, I guess spoilers for anyone who hasn't beaten Final Fantasy VII remake. Skip ahead like 10, 15 minutes.
Chapter 1 of 112.
No, they changed the timeline, or it's very highly implied this is a different timeline.
Oh,
Like,
weren't we talking about that? Where I said that what's her name might survive? And
Well, that's what a lot of people are thinking now, but it's like literally the end of the game. You like pretty much everything up to the end of the game is basically a retelling of the original game, but then you get to the end of the highway where like you would be leaving Midgar in the original game, and then like Sephiroth's there, and then you have to go in this rift and fight these like Dementor things that have been showing up throughout the whole game that are basically you find out they're like the
Heartless?
arbiters of no, they're like the arbiters of fate.
Oh, okay.
So they're basically keeping certain people from dying. Like, I guess one of the things that's slightly different is when Sephiroth kills President Shinra in this game, he also kills Barrett. He just stabs Barrett.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, okay. But then the fates bring Barrett back
Oh.
and Red 13's like, it was not your ordained time to die. Which is interesting. But then you kill all those things. You fight like a giant version of them, and you basically kill fate. So what they're implying is, and they're also implying that possibly, I don't know how much you know about the original Final Fantasy VII, but Like the
Probably
whole
enough.
reason Cloud is the way he is because he had a friend named Zach who like died tragically.
Oh,
And they're basically implying like before the game even took place, Zach dies, and it's like optional shit you can find in the original game. But they're implying with this ending that Zach might still be alive. So it's like, where's this gonna go? I applaud them for taking a huge risk and changing up the story
sure.
potentially.
Well, I
And
think that's a good thing.
yeah, I it kind of gets rid of my gripes of like, oh, they didn't do this exactly right. I do think that game goes on way too long. I think that they stretched out some sections way too fucking long. If that game was like 10 hours shorter, it'd be way better. I also don't think it benefits from being an action game, and I'll tell you why. Because there were multiple instances where like you don't get healed on frame one of your healing cast for some reason. Like you get healed like almost at the end. So there would be times where I'd cast Curaga because I was at low health, and then an enemy would kill me, but I would see like the green swirlies surrounding my character, but like the numbers don't show up near the end of that animation.
Ooh,
So I'm like, okay. And then you can also get interrupted mid ability or like magic
Midgar.
cast. No, you can get it. You can get interrupted like in the middle of using an ability or magic cast, but you'll lose your ATB charge and your MP that you would have used. So I'm like, okay, that sucks. And then on top of that, they made it so like the magic is a projectile instead of just damaging enemies, which is fine, but for some reason only Blizzard and Arrow like when they hit an enemy they don't immediately do damage. They have to like wait a second and explode in like a gust of wind or like an ice crystal before they do damage. But since fire and thunder do damage immediately upon hitting the enemy, like they're the only viable magic, which is increasingly annoying when you have to fight enemies in the air because they're usually weak to arrow, but arrow doesn't like hit right away, so they usually just get out of the fucking way. And not in a way that like the AI knows what it's doing. It's just the enemies move around a lot. So that's fucking irritating. If they could like get rid of a few of those little niggles, I would be totally fine with the combat. It's actually a cool way to like incorporate the old like turn-based style in a real-time action game. But yeah, it's just
you said
fucking...
niggles, right?
I did say niggles.
Okay,
yes.
okay, just making sure.
I did not refer to Barrett. I'm like of two minds about that game. I think it's really cool, but man, does it go on way too long. I also did like the entire ending in one sitting, which took me like 5 fucking hours. And I'm like,
Oh,
there are like 4 points in this entire whole thing where it could have ended by now.
well, that's
And
like
of course
that's like when I know I'm close to the end of a Yakuza game. I always forget that once you start that, you'll be sitting there for 2 hours.
yeah. And of course they had to shove a fucking Sephiroth fight in there as the last boss, which might be justified because some people are speculating maybe he won't end up being the final boss of the whole thing.
It's gonna be Zach.
Maybe it'll be like the mad scientist Hojo, who's kind of like the guy orchestrating like everything.
I have a game that I've been playing.
Hard too when it comes out when it does in 8 fucking years.
Right.
The reason part 1 took so fucking what?
I said I have a game I've been playing. Are you done? Can you hear me?
It doesn't take that long. Almost.
What is going
Finish
on?
my fucking thought.
What is going on? Are you getting cut off, or am I getting cut off?
I'm cut off too. No, you're getting cut off too.
And so are you.
Oh.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, I hope part 2 doesn't take long to come out, which I don't think it will, because the only reason part 1 took so long to come out is because they had CyberConnect 2 working on it first, and they took them off the project, and they like did it themselves. CyberConnect 2 being the studio that did like those JoJo games and the Naruto games and like Asura's Wrath.
Yes.
Yeah. So they took them off the project and then did it themselves. So realistically, they were probably only developing that for like 2 years. So I guess we'll see. I don't know.
When is Sephiroth going to die of COVID?
I don't know. Oh, by the way, the dance. If you haven't seen the dancing scene from that fucking game and like the whole, basically the entirety of the cross-dressing stuff, you need to because it's fucking hilarious.
With the bees?
Yeah.
I've seen some of it.
Dude, the dancing scene when that came up, like I could not stop smiling. It was so fucking funny. And then when you get to like the cross-dressing part, and then Cloud's just mad about it the whole time. Like you go to rescue Tifa, and she's like, "Wait, Cloud? Oh my god, that dress, that makeup." He's like, "I know, I fucking nailed it. Moving on."
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff I like in that game, and I just wish it was shorter.
I have zero interest in Final Fantasy.
I know you do, but it's you could still jerk off to Tifa and Aerith
Yeah, of course, but I don't have to play the game to do that.
and Jesse. Ooh boy, Jesse. Ooh, they really improved Jesse in this game. I'll tell you by making her a thirsty bitch.
Yeah.
They made her great until she gets crushed by the Sector 7 plate.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Now she,
I don't know. Maybe
now she
she'll come
fits
back.
conveniently inside a suitcase.
Maybe she'll come back because someone who did die in the original Biggs is revealed to be alive at the end of this one, which further hints that this is a different timeline. So I don't even know anymore. Yeah. Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Finally. So, what about me? Do I have a game? Yes, I do.
No. No.
Oh,
It's my turn. It's my turn.
no. I bought. I did pick up Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
Yeah. Yeah. How's that going?
I hate
How's
it.
that going? Knowing they're gonna re-release it on the Switch in like probably 3 months.
It's pretty cool how like they announced that a week after I fucking bought it. After waiting what 12 years.
They're personally keeping watch on you alone.
I think they are.
Holy shit!
What?
D. Bradley Baker was Olmec.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. At least in that weird TV movie they put out.
Oh, well, that's gay.
I don't know, but I think he was in the original too, because he's been doing shit for a long time.
Hey, he looks old.
Anyway, sorry.
No, have you played that game? Did you ever finish it?
Legend of the Hidden Temple? No.
Yeah.
No, because you always get caught by temple guard.
I don't know how those kids never fucking. I mean, I guess it's different when you're inside the thing.
I got scared watching that show as an outside observer. I could not imagine being a kid in that stupid set,
Yeah.
having a big fat fucking Polynesian guy come out and like fucking scare me to death.
It's a pedophile's wet dream.
I know. We talked about this multiple times.
No, but fucking Skyward Sword. Did you ever beat that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't give it nearly as much shit as everyone else does. I don't think it's nearly the best Zelda. I don't
No.
like it's fine.
So
I think the motion controls are interesting. I don't think they always work the way that the game intends them to, but I think it's a cool idea.
So I'm in the mines. How much more of that game is there? How long is it?
When you say the mines,
So it's like, you know how you get those 3 pieces of map, stone map? I have the third
Yeah.
piece, and it's the yellow part, and that's the mines. I'm in the desert. Right before you
with
go
the robots.
with the robots in the Temple of Time shit.
Is that the one where you get the orbs that like change time around you?
Yes.
Yeah, that dungeon rules.
Yes.
I think you still got a ways to go.
Okay,
honestly.
I was just curious because when
Are
I
you
first
asking that at, like, are you tired of playing or?
why,
this
if you
seems
let me
really-
talk, I could tell you.
Okay.
No, I at first when I started, it was pretty much the same reaction I had to it when I tried playing it the first time. It's just I just don't like the controls. I feel like it's unnecessarily difficult because of the controls, but at the same
I thought you were
time,
gonna say it takes too long to get anywhere, but boy, I want to fuck Groose.
that too. No, but it's like the longer I played it, though, I'm getting used to it, and I'm so happy that it's not so much a game where you have to fight enemies. It's more about manipulating the environment and doing puzzles, so it's not so bad.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff, and then after you get done with the first area, the forest area, the gimmicks that they start introducing are pretty interesting, like the beetle, the flying beetle, and the time stuff.
Yeah, the time stone shit is like the coolest part of that entire game.
Yeah, I use the bombs all the time. Although there was that one section where you have to roll the bombs into a hole from the side because there's these things in there that are shooting fire. That took way longer than it should have. And some enemies, the regular moblins, I think that's what they're called, moblins.
Yeah.
Like if you just do a spin attack and then do the downward stab, I mean, you'll pretty much get them every time. So like I'm getting better at it. It's also kind of an ugly game. I don't mean graphically. I just mean like I guess it just doesn't look all that.
Design wise.
Well, it's like the graphics are cool. Like I guess it's supposed to kind of look like a watercolor,
Yeah,
But like,
they specifically were referencing like I think Claude Monet.
okay, but like, sometimes there's just weird lines on the screen.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm playing it through the Wii U, so I don't. It wouldn't downgrade it. Maybe it.
I don't like Link's lips. I thought you meant shit like that. I don't like Link's face in that one.
No, I
It
don't
looks
mind any of
weird.
that stuff. I like. I mean, I want to fuck Zelda real hard in this game.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
I still think like the definitive one is Breath of the Wild,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh come on.
but like making her a weird childhood friend kind of worked in that game.
Yeah, she's cute. I like her look. Flat as justice. There's a.
Is she flat in that game?
Oh, pretty flat. Yeah.
Uh,
Not real flat. I mean, she's got to be like a B cup or something.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
What a faggot.
Yeah. Well, I was too busy gushing over Groot.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm only in the middle of. Like, I'm in the mines. I haven't even gotten to the the Temple of Time yet. So
Well,
I
you know
haven't.
how Zelda games have worked ever since the Ocarina of Time, even since like
Well, yeah,
Link
you'll
to the
do all
Past.
this initial
Collect
stuff,
three
and then
things.
it will open up the rest of the game. I know. I was just curious because I'm like, man, I don't want to be playing this game for 40 hours. That's all.
You will.
Ugh.
I think that's as long as my save took when I played it, and I had a strategy guide.
Oh man. Well, all right. Well, whatever. I'm enjoying it
I
more.
wasn't looking at the strategy guide for puzzle solutions. I was only doing it if I was stuck, and I was mostly using it to like because it had a checklist to make sure I had all the items because you can like upgrade shit in that game.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I-
40 hours I think is like a normal playtime for that game. It's pretty hefty. Not. I mean, like Twilight Princess also takes like 40 to 50 hours. So I don't know.
I know.
It's up.
Other Zelda games I enjoy more. That's all. This one's
Yeah,
not. This
of
one's not bad. I'm glad I gave it a second chance because
Just
I
be
hated it. I
careful.
hated it the first time I played it.
Just be careful when you get to the Thunder Dragon way later in the game because there was a glitch that like you couldn't beat the game. Like you could glitch it so you couldn't complete the game to the point where Nintendo had to put out like a separate Wii channel just to fix that because it was the Wii, so they couldn't do patches.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So look that up when you get there just to make sure you don't do things in the wrong order because if you do, you can potentially fuck yourself out of beating the game.
Well,
But
yeah,
you
but
wanna be-
if I go back to a save, then it shouldn't be fucked.
No, I forget how it worked. But there was a way you could potentially like lock yourself out of beating the game if you did things in the wrong order. But you want to do the Thunder Dragon challenge because that's how you get the Hylian shield, which is like the only unbreakable shield in the game.
Oh, so it's an optional thing.
Yes.
Oh, then I probably won't even do it.
I forget. I don't know. You'll have to look it up. I'm sure it's been well documented.
Yeah, by now. I mean, the game's been out for 15
You'd
years.
be able to download the Wii channel anyway.
No, you can't. It's gone.
The Wii shop's closed. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Whatever. Just don't do things the wrong way.
I won't. I've been telling you I won't, but you can't hear me, I guess. Yeah, you.
A little bit.
Why am I breaking up? Why can't you hear me? Because I can hear you fine, and my internet's not dropping out or anything.
I'm not downloading anything.
I didn't ask you. Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying? No, you can't.
Yes.
Well, I can't hear you. Then. God damn it. I actually paused the recording this time.
Wow.
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 Fuck. Oh, I've been playing a point and click game on because of the Amazon Prime stuff.
Oh, is it Sproggywood or whatever, or Trouble Door?
Oh, yeah, I did play that. I guess I hadn't.
the claymation one.
Yeah, that game looks super cool. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I thought it was claymation. It's a beautiful looking game. I mean, the game itself is pretty good too. I mean, some of the characters. There's not a whole lot going on.
Truberbrook. By the way.
Truberbrook, yeah. It's German, I believe.
I was really excited because they didn't like announce that when they put that on Amazon Prime. I was like, oh damn! Like I wanted to play that for a while.
I never heard of it. I played it and beat it last week or 2 weeks
I'd
ago.
seen like very very few things of it. Sorry, I just saw a picture of Kingpin from Into the Spider-Verse, and it just says "Fuck you, Spider-Man beats the fuck out of you." Anyway, yeah, I seen like little bits and pieces about that game. I'm like, oh wow, a claymation thing, like point and click, or one that's made with like actual physical materials. That's cool. They haven't really done that since like the Neverhood. So
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
There's like a giant bug in my room. What is that?
Oh, I hate that. Is it one of those lantern flies?
No, it's a hornet.
Oh God.
Oh my god. Yeah! Jesus Christ, that thing's huge.
How big? Because I've been seeing hornets at work that are like the size of my fucking thumb. I don't know if he has his headphones on or not.
How did it get
I
in
would
my
assume-
fucking room?
I would assume by the fact that he's not replying to me that he doesn't. Do you have your headphones on or?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so how big was that hornet? Because at work I've been seeing hornets that are like roughly the size of my thumb.
Oh no, I saw that once a few years ago and it scared the shit out of me. It was just a regular hornet. But I didn't have my
Okay.
glasses on, so it was just a big thing.
It was this big black blob, and I got scared that they wanted my house.
Yeah.
No, fucking, yeah, like like within the past couple weeks, multiple instances of seeing hornets the size of my thumb, like 2 to 3 inches long.
Yeah, there's a name for those.
And it's not the Asian giant ones, but
Oh.
god damn. Look, because I looked it up.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The one I
looked up
saw
the
was the
Asian-
Asian one, yeah.
Yeah, I looked up the Asian giant hornet because I'm like, these better not be what these are, because I'll kill myself. Why is Sylvester Stallone's daughter so fucking hot? Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're looking at that. Well, who would you fight?
She looks exactly like Ariana Grande. It's fucked
Whose
up.
father's ass would you eat to have a chance with their...
I would eat Sylvester Stallone's entire ass with a bib.
So
just
it
to
was
sniff that girl's pussy.
one of those
Jesus
actors
Christ.
I had to look up because I didn't know who it was. But
The third guy, right?
yeah, but it was Dolph Lundgren and who was the other one? Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Ross-
So if I had to
Austin.
fight any of them, I would choose Stallone only because the other three are actually trained fighters.
Oh, Stallone was never trained.
He was trained. I think he did some boxing training so he could do Rocky, but he's not like a martial artist. Dolph Lundgren's he's a kickboxing champion.
Oh, well then what? Wait, so what is Jean-Claude also a kickboxing champion?
I don't know if he won anything, but yeah, he's a legit guy too. And the other guy's an MMA guy. And I wouldn't want to fight any of them. I'm not saying Stallone couldn't easily kick my ass, but at the same time, if I absolutely had to pick one of them to fight, I guess I would choose Stallone.
I knew you were a man of taste.
Well, it's got nothing to do with his daughter. I'm just saying.
Oh, sure.
I don't remember what the other three daughters look like. I only just, I just saw the
Just
guys.
blonde chicks.
Oh yeah. I thought that post was pretty funny though.
Yes.
What were we-
Also the post of the AT&T girl with the huge milkers.
Oh my god! Then someone posted some actual like cheesecake stuff of her. She's pretty hot.
Cheesecake? What?
Oh, I guess that's an old term. Like titty stuff.
Oh, does she have nudes?
No, not nudes.
Oh.
No, I
Yeah,
mean
I
she's
saw
got
a
like
picture
her
of her in,
boobs
like,
pushed up in like a
Yeah.
a dress.
No, I just retweeted that, but yeah.
I think that's what you would call a cheesecake picture.
I'd never heard that term in my life, and I'm a degenerate.
Yeah. No, that Trooper Brook is pretty good. I liked it. You should play it. But no, the game I'm playing right now is The Inner World.
Yeah. How is that? Because it looks
good.
kind of ass.
No,
in
it's
the art
good.
Style.
It's good.
Oh, I didn't realize I bought Deponia at some point, or I got like a bundle with it in it or something.
My friend Dave loves that game.
I will have to play
Those
that at some
games.
point.
There's like 4 of them.
So the other thing about getting this new graphics card and all the computer shit is realizing how many games I had on my computer that I didn't know I owned. Like Just Cause 4 was a surprise, but then I'm like, okay, let me see if I can find some graphically intensive games to test this thing out. And I'm like, oh, Grid, that's like a racing game. And it's like, oh, it's the 2008 version. And then I find out I have the 2019 version too somehow. So it's like, oh, okay. So,
When I bought my graphics card, I actually got a free copy of Death Stranding.
oh no shit.
Yeah, but
Wait,
I
when did you
gave it
buy?
some.
Because that came out recently. When did you buy your graphics card? Like a couple months ago?
No, like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
But I gave it to my friend instead.
Oh, you bitch.
Well, I knew. Look, the game looks great, but I knew it was something that would probably get me frustrated, and I knew he really wanted to play it. So I was like, we had to do some finagling because it's like,
that's fair.
because like you're what is it? Because I actually want to get it, but I want to get it on the PS4.
Yeah. I got a free copy of Rainbow Six Siege that I will never play, so that's cool.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
And then
I
Corey
bought him. It
Corey
was
got-
just, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go. You go.
I bought him a game that you're interested that was on Steam. It's so now I can't remember, but it's like it's a top down cyberpunk game with like Carpenter Brute music.
Ruiner.
Yeah, I bought that for him. He said it was
I
really
actually
good.
have that on Epic Games Store. I found out.
Oh, because I saw it. I couldn't look at his. He doesn't have his games listed, and that's how you on Steam you click on their games list to see a friend's games list to see their wish list.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. I was like, well, that sucks. I couldn't see anything. So then I was just looking through random stuff, and I saw Ruiner. I was like, oh, this looks cool because he really liked Shadow.
Shadowrun.
Yeah, and that looked like that, except more actiony. He said it was good.
It's
The
like
ending.
Shadowrun mixed with like Hotline Miami.
Yeah, he said the ending was really stupid though. But I mean, I don't think you really play a game like that for like the story, right?
No.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't remember about Hotline Miami is the story. I remember literally everything else.
Sure. So, since you already have Ruiner, you should play it because he said he really liked it.
I want to. Yeah, it's on the list. Along with everything else. But
He's also been playing Super Hot.
yeah, Super Hot's rad.
Yeah.
I got that on Amazon Prime a couple of years ago and played through that. I also played through it in VR at Corey's dad's house because he has the Oculus Quest.
Yes, so does my friend, and he messaged me. I heard about it. Then he messaged me about the Facebook where you have to log in to use
Yeah,
it.
seriously.
And he said, don't get an Oculus. I was like, well, why would I? I knew it would be. I said, like, oh yeah, I was wary of that thing when I heard years ago that Facebook bought him out, and he's like, I have it. I'm like, ooh. I was like, that sucks, dude. But I was like, it doesn't really matter. You could probably just, have a fake account, or have an account that you never use.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I use like my Facebook account to log into Spotify because way back before Spotify was like a music streaming service, I just used my Facebook to log into there because Facebook wasn't evil back then.
Yeah.
And it's like the only way that I have an account. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm not necessarily opposed to that shit, but it's just like anything that I can avoid now. Even on websites where they immediately like when I log into a new website, they're like, you can log in with Facebook. And then there's the tiny little button, or you can log in with your own username down here. It's like, yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And the less shit I have tied to an account that I'm not sure I'll have in 5 years, the better.
Well, I do everything through Gmail.
Right.
Normally.
Don't worry, when Google buys Facebook as like a fuck you to Google Plus not working out.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen.
Or when Twitter buys Facebook, I don't fucking know. It's gonna happen. Whatever. Someone will buy Facebook, and then everything will just be under one horrible conglomerate.
When Biden wins,
and then we will be living in Final Fantasy VII, where your entire life is run by the Shinra Electric Company.
Yeah, when Biden wins the presidency, he'll legalize China, and then China will buy all this stuff.
You mean when Biden wins the presidency, and then in finger breaking air quotes dies of COVID, so that Kamala can be president?
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
I like her name. She sounds like an Indiana Jones bad guy.
She is an Indiana Jones bad guy.
Oh, okay, cool.
She threw a bunch of people in jail on like weed charges and laughed about it.
Cool.
Yeah. Can't wait for police state. I'm tired of talking about this. Yeah, no, Super Hot VR is awesome. You can play through it in like one sitting, which I did. But boy howdy, do you care if I spoil the ending of Super Hot VR?
No.
So the end of Super Hot VR, you fight your way through all these dudes or whatever, and then you like open a door and then you see yourself playing VR and you kill yourself so you can play VR forever.
Like you yourself, or like
Like the guy that is meant to be your avatar in the game world.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
because what the menu for Superhot VR is, you're sitting at a computer, and then to start playing, you like reach up and pull down a VR headset and put it on yourself.
Okay.
So then you go into like a room, and then you kill your guy playing VR, so you can play Superhot forever. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, this was the exact picture I was talking about of that AT&T chick, by the way.
The one that I retweeted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Big
Yeah,
mom,
good cheesecake, whatever the fuck that means.
big mommy milkshakes.
And there's so much shit I gotta play on my Switch that I can finally get to now that I beat FF7R. Xenoblade Chronicles probably gonna wait. I'm probably not gonna play another fucking 50-hour RPG right after that shit. But I have like Kentucky Route Zero and Okami and Diblob 1 and 2 and both Mega Man X Legacy collections. I have too much shit.
Oh, so here we go.
Yeah?
Cheesecake, how an ancient dessert came to be a sexual metaphor for women. According to
Are you
Neo...
reading this on Jezebel or whatever?
No, it's called Women You Should Know.
Oh, even worse.
According to Neo Tarama, whatever that is, the term cheesecake in connection with women was used in Britain in the 1660s to describe overly sexy or promiscuous women. Their article notes it can be found in poems and songs relating to the late times, published in 1662. So there you go. I used a term from the fucking 1600s without realizing it.
You really are old.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Am I ever...
You know what I should play next?
What?
I'm not going to, but I should play next is fucking Deus Ex.
Yeah.
There's also like Civi has turned me on to so many like new indie shooters that I really want to play.
I want to play fucking Ion Maiden.
wanna-
Ion, whatever it's called. Fury.
They call it Ion Maiden because that's what it should be called.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to play Ion Fury. I want to play a Medieval. I want to play
Dusk.
Dusk. Yeah. Oh, I bought Dread X Collection too, but I haven't played it yet because I've been working overtime at night and like spending time with Corey because I'm doing second shift this week and next week. So like by the time I get home, she's basically asleep. So I haven't been able to like spend any time with her. So the past couple nights I've just been like chilling with her. But it's like I refuse to play Dread X Collection 2 when the sun's up. So I'm like waiting.
I forgot to look into that. It did look pretty interesting.
Dude, that whole fucking like that hub world where it's like a fucking
Haunted
like,
house.
house with like puzzles. Yeah, that looks awesome. And Civi was playing it too. But I'm really excited because
What, does he have streams or something?
I don't think so, but he was tweeting about it. But I'm really excited because the Dusk guy did a game in the first one, and he did a game in this one too. And his game in the first one was probably the best game in that whole collection. It's called like the Pony Factory, and it's basically like it's a black and white FPS, but like it's very much based on like Doom 3's original thing, where like you can only have a flashlight or your gun out, not both. So there's these like horrible pony human hybrids that run towards you in the darkness, and you basically have to like switch over to your like nail gun real quick and shoot them.
What's it called again? Dread
The
X?
Dread X collection. Yeah,
It's not.
it's like $7.
Yeah.
Now, granted, half of the games in there kind of suck.
Wait, it's not
Well,
on Steam?
It is.
Oh,
It should be.
I must have spelled it wrong.
When I bought it on itch.io, it gave me a Steam key.
Okay.
How are you spelling Dread? Are you spelling it like Judge Dredd or?
No, Dread. Oh, there it is. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I spelled it as EX. Not just
Oh
X.
no, it's just the letter X. Yeah.
Oh, now it's
But I bought it because,
$9.
No.
Is the first Dread X any good? Because that's like $4.
Oh, I'm talking about the first one. Yeah.
Oh.
The first one's good. It's worth the $4. Like half the games in there aren't very good, but like they're worth playing anyway.
Huh.
But I want to play all the stuff in the second one because it looks awesome. Or rather, I have enough faith in the fact that they put like a huge, because the first one doesn't really have a hub. It's literally just a menu, and then you just play through the games. And then when you like quote unquote beat them, the demos, like it scratches them off.
I like how there's like a Tiger Electronics game.
That's the reason I bought it, because that's the dude who made Faith. I don't know if you ever saw Faith.
I don't think
It's like
so.
it's like a horror game that looks like it's running on an Apple IIe.
Oh.
It's very pixelated, but it looks Faith looks scary as shit from what I've seen of gameplay.
I'll wait because
Um,
I bet you eventually they'll have a twofer.
they might, but it's at this rate, it seems like they're just going to keep pumping these out because it's just like, hey, are you making like an indie horror game and you want to put like your demo in this thing, basically? Because
Huh.
that was the original idea behind the original Dread X collection was they were inspired by PT. It's like if you could do a playable teaser for a game you want to do, what would it be? So a lot of the games in the Dread X Collection 1 are ostensibly just demos, but there's like a lot of them are still really good.
Hmm.
I told you, Soda Drinker Pro has one in there that isn't great, but it's because it's the Soda Drinker Pro guy, so it's basically like a fever dream.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember you talking about this now.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to play Dread X Collection 2, just based on a few. I think Puppet Combo has one in there. I'm not sure.
Who's that?
Puppet Combo is the guy who does those lo-fi PS1 style horror games that look
Oh,
like they're filtered through a VHS thing. But like I said, the Dusk guy did games in both of them. The Pony Factory is the one he did in the first one, and it's great. It's probably the best game in that whole collection. And then he's got one in the second one called Squirrel Stapler.
ugh.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was pleasantly surprised by a lot of the games in the first Dread X collection, so just based on that alone. But there are a few stinkers in there for sure. So we shall see when I play the second one. But I'm not playing it while the sun's up. That's for goddamn sure. Yeah.
I've been watching Star Wars Rebels. I finished the first season, and what's cool is that Darth Vader shows up and he's actually voiced by James Earl Jones.
No shit.
Yeah, and Lando shows up and he's actually voiced by Billy D. Williams.
Oh, cool.
And in Clone Wars, I can't think of his name now. Oh, Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson actually reprises his role as Qui-Gon.
No shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
There wasn't any like famous, quotations, famous. I don't think there was other, except for Oh well, I take it back. The guy who plays it, the clown in the original movie. I can't. Tim Curry. Tim Curry voiced Palpatine after the original voice actor died of the show.
The clown in the original movie, and I'm thinking in the context of Star Wars. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
The clown from Star Wars.
Yeah. God, your clown porn shit is getting out of hand.
But it's great. I think it's funny. It's funny,
I mean,
and
it's
she's got
funny,
big
yeah.
boobies.
I like that she was pulling the fucking the handkerchief out of his dick for like 2 hours.
Yeah, the handkerchief trick.
Yeah, God. That shit you're doing now with the clown porn is very much making me consider possibly doing a clown character in Moxie as a villain.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna go through with it.
I mean, you can
but
have like
I'm
a
thinking- 'cause,
one-off.
like a lot of the characters in Moxie are gonna be like horror tropes or like horror adjacent.
You
And
should.
considering they're not like they're not hard horror. Like, yeah, there's a vampire, but it's also like, oh, a succubus and a beast man.
I mean, maybe it'll work out some of your fears about clowns. You can just.
I mean, I thought it would be funny to put like a villain because like One Piece did it as like a clown as a villain.
Oh yeah. Well, what you should do is you should draw the most non-scary clown ever, but make them evil.
No, I want them to be scary eventually.
Oh well, yeah, sure. I guess it's like the flower thing from Undertale.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, I never played
I'm
Undertale.
I'm not influenced by gay things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what it took 45 pages for you to get her in a maid outfit.
Look, I'm pacing this as if it was an actual comic because like I'm putting this shit on
Blast.
like Webtoon and Topos
I know. I'm just fucking.
where
with you.
I guess people upload 7 panels at a time. I don't understand like how anyone can read shit on that website. Cuz like at first I'm thinking, okay, I can put shit on Webtoon, but like are people going to expect me to like dissect every single panel and put it like one by one? Which I could do. It'd be annoying as fuck, but I could do it.
Yeah.
Um
No, I like what you're doing.
yeah.
I haven't
Chloe's
read
got
it.
one on there too.
I haven't read it. Oh, really? What's hers?
Eschaton, Eschaton, and her art's getting really good.
Cool.
So I would highly suggest you check that
Yeah,
out.
Christina
too.
got back into drawing again, and for 2 days, and then she fucking.
But Corey's going hard on the comic. Like it's all she does now is draw, and I'm like, thank God.
Thank God. Well, yeah, it's great. I mean, Christina gets too she gets too disillusioned by people who can draw, She's like, oh man, I'm never gonna be this good. I was like, yeah, you'll never be
That's the
that good
trap.
when you never fucking draw.
That's the trap.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I think Corey's art's better than mine. Even though she's like, it's different. I'm like, I know, but I think your art's better than mine.
Well, she
So-
draws really well, but then she got this thing in her head where she's watching these people who learn the technicalities of drawing, and like listening to these people that say, well, you first have to learn how to draw real, then you can put your own style on it. I'm like, why? Who fucking says? It's art.
No, I mean,
I get it, but I mean, does it really matter?
Because Corey was saying like, oh, you should stop drawing so realistic and draw more like your old style. I'm like, I mean, I get it. I'm probably better at drawing with like the noodle arms, but like it won't fit this comic.
No.
And if I learn how to do an anatomical shit better, it's going to be better for having a base for the future.
Okay, that's what she's saying too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is an important fundamental to have.
Okay. She said my skull would be good to practice. Because I have pronounced ridges and caveman brow, I guess.
like the kid from The Legend of Korra with his fucking
man,
potato-shaped head.
Fuck, I hope my head's not that lumpy because I have been shaving my head, like shaving it, not bald.
Well, she
bald.
was like, "What's wrong with that kid's head?" I'm like, "He's a kid. Like,
Yeah.
kids have weird shaped skulls. I don't think they didn't grow into him yet."
It's like that Let's Player that I only ever see one clip of him screaming, and that's it.
That
bodybuilder guy with
guy.
who's really short, who has a dent in his head apparently.
There's that one picture of him standing next to that girl who's like
looking
2
up.
feet taller than him.
I love that picture. That picture is fucking phenomenal. But I've never tried actually watching him. I think I did, and he just
I don't even
yells.
know his name.
Yeah, me neither.
Yo, how about that one GIF or video of the guy fucking screaming at the candle and it looks exactly like you?
Ah! that was awesome.
Yeah.
I want to scream at a candle.
If only you had the means to, but you live in COVID, so you can't go out.
I have candles. I guess I could just light one and scream at it.
Yeah, true.
I do want to come down again soonish, but it sounds like you're pretty busy all the time now.
No, please come down. I'll make time.
Okay, cool. Because I want to actually spend more time in that record store. And bring the records that I said I would. I actually went through the rest of them.
I want to actually get some of the CDs I saw that I'm like, oh wait. I was like, I could get Prequel by Ghost, and it's like, I could just listen to it on Spotify.
I went through the rest of the ones that I don't think I'm going to keep. Like, instead of listening to the records, I just went on like Amazon and listened to the music because it's a process. It's not difficult to listen to a record, but it's more of a process, right? So just to give you a hint of these, like the Hollies, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. You know that song? It's a lot of 70s, 60s, and 70s.
Since I'm going to have to split up Moxie into multiple parts on Webtoon, I was trying to think of more song titles I could use for like sub chapters. And I'm like, oh, what do I do for the chapter where she puts on the maid costume? Oh, Pretty Woman. Who's that by? And I looked it up. I'm like thinking Pretty Woman is by like, who did I think Pretty Woman was by? I don't know. I didn't know who it was by. And then I was like, oh, Roy Orbison? Damn, I didn't know that.
Whenever I try to think of Roy Orbison's name, I always think of Bob Dylan, and I love Roy Orbison. He's one of my favorite guys.
Yeah. Why does Twitter do the thing where you're reading an interesting tweet and it suddenly disappears like, bitch, I signed up for Twitter, not Hogwarts, the fuck?
I know. I thought I put the Who albums in here. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, Tommy and Quadrophenia.
Oh, but not Who's Next.
No, my dad didn't have that.
I want to see people pissing on a pillar.
So are you even interested in anything like that from the 60s and 70s?
What?
Are you interested in those records? Those are the ones I have to get rid of. Okay, good.
I love classic rock.
Okay. I just listened to too much of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep, stuff from the 80s. Oh, well, I mean, I got stuff from the 70s, 60s, and 70s as well, but it's usually like, okay, I like every single song on this album almost, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like ELO. ELO is like, I think they are my favorite band ever. Because I like pretty much all their songs, and I have like 8-10 albums of theirs.
Wait, who?
Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I got those 2 Queen albums, too, because I got that one when I went to visit you, and then I went to the record store that's close to me that's still open, thank God. And I got I'm sorry, I can't read it from here. It's the one with the stone robot on the cover.
Oh,
News of the World.
Yeah, that's it.
It's got the mega hits.
The one with
Fucking
We Will Rock You on it?
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got that song I had never heard until a few years ago. All Dead.
I listened to that last year and I can't picture that song.
All Dead. All Dead. Blah, 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 da, da, da. It's got that music video of the cat going through the robot, and I always cry.
I don't know the fucking music videos. I just listened to a bunch of old Queen last year.
Well,
listened to,
it's
Jazz and News
yeah.
of the World, and I didn't listen to A Kind of Magic, unfortunately.
That's my
I
favorite
didn't
one.
get around to that yet.
You know why
Well, I was
that's
gonna
my
like the
favorite
classics.
one? Besides the cover, it's basically the soundtrack for Highlander.
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
the
that's it.
soundtrack for Highlander, except it doesn't have it doesn't
Princes
have
of
New
the
York.
Universe.
No, it has that.
Oh, it does?
It
Oh,
does.
sweet.
Oh yeah, no, it's the Highlander soundtrack.
Okay, I love the fucking Princes of the Universe.
Hell yeah! Who Wants to Live Forever?
Yeah.
It's A Kind of Magic, obviously, but it doesn't have the song from the movie where it's him singing. It's Freddie Mercury singing the New York, New York song.
Oh, the Sinatra one.
Yeah, it's Kurgan. It's
by
Kurgan
the
going
way-
ape shit in New York, and that song's playing. And it's not. Apparently, it's never been released on.
Hey, heads up that the Sega Genesis Mini is $32 on Amazon right now.
Nah.
Okay, well, I like mine.
I have all the games.
I know, but it's a cool little. It's a cute little thing. It's the same company that did the TurboGrafx one.
What's it? What are they called? AV? No.
No, not AT. That's
Yeah.
the Brazilian one that fucked everything up. No, this is it's M2.
That's right. M2.
Yeah. Or at least they did like the ports to the
Yep.
system. I don't know if they did like the build itself, but the build of the Genesis Mini and the TurboGrafx one are great because they've like the tiny little details you wouldn't expect them to have, like the Genesis Mini having like a working volume knob,
Yeah.
and the TurboGrafx Mini. When you turn it on, it has a little notch that comes out that would hold the Hue card in.
Yeah.
Like, even though you can't put Hue cards in this thing because it's a tiny TurboGrafx, but like they put that in there. It's awesome.
The only reason why I got this
The
Sony.
Genesis Mini has working cartridge flaps for no reason. Like,
The only reason why I got the Sony Classic was because I couldn't get Sony games to work on my computer, and that's so easily modded. You just put the games I forget the launcher on a flash drive and put it in the PlayStation. But I'm doing more research, and apparently to get arcade games to work, you have to instead of downloading the ROM sets individually like I was doing and trying to get them to work, if you download the entire they've compiled all the ROM sets into a working launcher or some shit, then it might work. I did that. I just haven't tried it yet. I'm hoping I get some more actual arcade games because, a lot of them have never been released, and if they are released, they're still too expensive if you want to buy them on Switch. I was going to get that. Have you seen this, what's it called? The Neo Geo arcade cabinet that they're going
I
to...
want that thing so fucking bad, dude.
Now, see, I wanted it too, because I thought, well, shit. I mean, everybody... People always figure out a way to hack these things. So how sweet would it be to have all the Neo Geo games, AVS and MVS games,
Yeah.
on this thing? It's $500. It's like twice
Oh,
as
shit.
yeah. That's the thing. It's twice as much as a 1UP arcade. But I ended up spending about that much, $500, to mod my 1UP, and then I think I fried my fucking Raspberry Pi. But that's besides the point. Well, now I just hooked up my computer to it, so it's not a big deal. But I was like, well, shit, there's like hundreds and hundreds of fucking Neo Geo games. There aren't. There's like 150, and they're all fighters. There's like 10 beat 'em ups. I'm like, oh, well, this isn't worth it to me anymore. So I'm not getting it. But
You better like Art of Fighting and Sam Show and Fatal Fury and
now the
King of the Monsters.
Yeah,
and
the Sengoku games that are on there are beat 'em ups, but I got the third one
Last
for free
Blade 2.
on Amazon Prime. But the thing is, look, if you are a big fan of those games and you got the money to spend, that thing is beautiful looking. I think it's a sweet looking system, a sweet looking cabinet. But I didn't know the buttons they're set up more like a 6-button Street Fighter kind of cabinet. Not the original cabinet for the Neo Geo has like 4 buttons across next to the stick.
Yeah.
This thing isn't
ABCD.
set up that way. So like I was watching that one guy, I forget it, Bob from Retro RGB.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name. And he pointed that out, and I was like, oh shit, I wonder why they're doing it that way. So I mean, he was like, that's weird, and I was like, yeah, that is weird. So I guess we'll find out why in November. I think it's something to keep an eye on, though. I think it's cool looking.
I want that fucking Astro City Mini to come out. A little Japanese arcade cabinet.
Oh, they're called Candy something.
Candy cabs?
Candy cabs. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Astro City is putting out like a mini of their own thing.
That's cool. What kind of games are going to be on it?
I have no fucking clue. I think it's only in Japan right now.
Oh. I like mini systems. Not necessarily for what they're intended for, but because people hack them. I think it's cool.
I do like what they're intended for. Like, yeah, I have a lot of the games on the Genesis Mini, like, already on my phone. But
yeah.
Like, or not on my phone, on my Steam. But, like, it's just cool to have that little physical thing.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, I think it's cool to have that physical thing and then, do illegal things to it.
Yeah, of course. I haven't hacked any of my shit yet. Actually, I might hook up the NES Classic and finally go through the first Final Fantasy because I guess I hate myself.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at a tweet. That Disc Cart guy. Disc Cart is pretty cool. I don't know if I talked about him last time, but his channel is basically HGTV for nerds.
Oh,
it's like for your game. He like picks out stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think about to like spruce up your game rooms, like these custom. Actually, I got the name right here. They're called Collector Mount. They're on Amazon. It's like these plastic clips that you can use to mount stuff on the wall. Like specifically, the ones I got were for my records, but you can use them for like comic books or cards, or they got different sizes. But the one that I got, you can use for like a magazine or whatever. And it was just big enough to fit Christina's Godzilla Criterion collection, the book.
Oh, nice.
So I posted that. I sent it to him, and he's actually been writing to me. And now I have there's some Shin Godzilla art next to it that I got from MagFest that I can't remember. The guy signed it, but I don't remember who the art was. And I said I got it from MagFest, and he said he's actually pretty close to MagFest. So maybe I'll get to see him one of these years.
Yeah,
he's a cool. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. I almost too nice. Like he's like real. Well, because he's like real. He seems to be. He's like really polite online. And I did submit pictures of my game room because the reason why I even saw him was because of those. I don't follow a lot of gamer Twitter pages, but like I follow a couple N64 ones, and one of them retweeted this guy, and I was like, fuck it, I could send him some pictures of my game room without even watching his stuff yet. And then I watched his videos. And it was more like, he mentioned make sure your room is safe for work. If there's anything in it, I won't be able to use the picture. He said that in his video, not to me specifically. But when I did send in my pictures, I wrote in the email, our account and our podcast is not safe for work. So if you want to use my pictures and not mention who it is, I'm fine with that. Because I don't want you getting in trouble or, getting demonetized or whatever. I know some people... I think it's just being a professional. If you don't want to be a fucking edgelord teenager like we are, I can respect that. And he just posts stuff about video games. He's not. I haven't seen him do any fucking Black Lives Matter shit or Antifa shit or right wing stuff. I mean, I want to be fair here. He hasn't done anything like that. So I really appreciate it.
But if he did, I wouldn't unfollow him.
Depends. I don't unfollow people. I either mute them or I block them. Well, no, yeah. I'm sorry. I do unfollow people. If it's somebody that I generally like, that I like, I'll mute them maybe for a little while. I'll put them in a gay baby jail. But if it's like something really annoying, I do unfollow and block because I just don't. I mean, there's too many fucking. Twitter's too big of a place for me to voluntarily have negative shit on my timeline.
Exactly. Yeah.
And people can say. I'm not trying to make a, I hate when people do that straw man conversations.
Yeah.
But I'm like, people can say if they want that I'm making an echo chamber and they'd be right. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to
fucking thing. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going full echo chamber. Fucking Metal Gear Solid 2 predicted this and I am all for it. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Oh, I'm listening.
Oh, sorry. I saw a picture of Liam Neeson pissing his pants. Someone's like, I forgot about this. What a legend. He just pisses his pants wherever he wants.
That's pretty sweet.
It's just Liam Neeson in like 3 different areas with piss dribbling down his pant leg. Yeah. I was gonna say something. Then titties appeared.
Well, I'm writing back to the guy too.
Yeah, Twitter's a hellhole. I hate it. But I can't give it up.
I know. Well, yeah, because it's full of tits.
What do you think about the Batman trailer?
Oh yeah, we could talk about that, but just one
I
second.
didn't watch it.
I love life. Hopefully, we'll be back. We'll be going back there again soon. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't like write what I was talking to you.
Oh.
I've done that not very often, but you know how like you're talking to somebody.
Hey, faggot!
Yeah. Hey, faggot! No, I did watch it because I'm like, well, you know, it's a new Batman movie trailer. I might as well give. You know, I don't care about it, so I'll watch the trailer. If it was something I cared about, then I wouldn't watch the trailer. I'm glad that I wasn't the only one to think that that one guy looked like Doug Walker.
Yeah.
Regardless of that,
Melvin, brother of the Joker.
but not even that. Like, I just thought it looked like him anyway. I forgot about that Melvin brother of the Joker makeup job. No, not even that. I mean, the picture that I think you retweeted it also, where he's got like the black makeup and this crazy hair.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just thought it looked like him anyway. So that's funny. I don't know what to think about it because for some reason half the trailer has this weird film grain over it. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't watch it. Okay, you should watch it and tell me why the fuck they put this stupid filter over it where you can't see half of the scenes. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
DC shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now,
It's not a DC movie unless you can't see half of what's going on.
fucking Christ. But that's the thing. The scenes are well lit, but they put a weird filter over it. I don't know. And I have to assume that the bad guy's going to be the Riddler, but that could be like a red herring. Also, Patrickson doesn't look like himself at all. It's weird.
Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson, sorry.
Patrickson.
Whatever. I don't care who it
It is I, Patrickson, son of Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like anything to me, and I'm not excited. I'm not excited, or do I think it looks bad? I just don't know it doesn't look like anything.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I need to play Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon 2 because I have that on my Switch.
Oh, I forgot they made a second one. Oh no, I'm sorry. You meant also, right? Not the number 2.
No, 2, as in like they made a second one and I need to fucking play it.
Oh, I didn't know they made a second one.
I bought it like day one, yeah, because the first one's great.
Yeah.
Create does not make bad games.
No, they don't. But those games just kind of passed me by, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get around to them.
Just weird because you love classic Castlevania, and that's what that game is.
Yeah. but I played that other one. You know, yeah, that's the thing. They're hard, and I just don't feel like playing a difficult game.
You played what other one? The actual Bloodstained Curse, Ritual of the Night or whatever.
See, I'm confused. Yes, I forgot they made. Okay. What is the 3D-ish, the 2D 3D game? What's that called?
The Symphony of the Night one is Ritual of the Night. The classic Castlevania one is Curse of the Moon, and now Curse of the Moon 2.
Right. I played Curse of the Moon, and it's hard, and I never finished it.
You should finish it. It's great.
No, I know. See, that's fine. That game's awesome. I thought you meant they made a second with the girl already, and I was like, oh.
No. I still have to play Ritual of the Night. I haven't played that yet.
Ritual
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I love Symphony of the Night, so I will probably love the shit out of that game.
You know, I have that game for the PlayStation, and it's funny, like, even the greatest hits is selling for, like, more than $100 on eBay right now, which doesn't make any sense to me, because it's not like you can't get that game on any system ever.
Isn't it on the PlayStation Classic?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, when I played it first, I played it on the Vita.
I don't even like the fucking game, and I have it, and I don't want to sell it because I'm like, well, shit. If it's $100 now, not that I'm not collecting games because I think it's not an investment. It's not a nest egg. Like, oh yes, in 20 years I'll be able to sell my
but
entire.
It's a cool thing to own.
Yeah, but not, you know, and it's like the thing is too. If I had this game that I didn't like and I thought it was rare, I would sell it to someone who'd appreciate it. But like, it's not a rare game. Like Kate always says, if it reached greatest hits status...
You're really starting to sound like AVGN. It's not a rare game. What the fuck's up with football? Football. Everywhere you look, football.
Football,
Football.
football,
Football.
football. No,
Why do bitchy girls always date guys that treat them like shit?
why do guys always like what was
Bitchy bimbos who walk over them. What is it with football?
what's with football?
Everywhere you look, football. Football. Football.
I love those memes.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying like if I had like what's the game I have? Oh, I do like it, but say I didn't like my Metroid Prime collection for the Wii.
Yeah.
I probably would sell that if I didn't like it, because then I could sell it to
Also a
someone who
game-
would appreciate it.
It's also a game I own and have barely played any of.
I feel you on that because
I should play Metroid Prime. I'd probably fucking love it.
the first Prime is fucking awesome, but I played it on the what did I play it on?
GameCube?
No, I did play it on the Wii. I bought it. I bought that collection, played it on the Wii, loved it, then started up the second one, got my ass kicked like immediately, and was like, nah. And I never got around to the third one, maybe someday. I mean, I am playing old games that I never beat, so
Yeah, I need to correct my history with Metroid, which is non-existent.
yeah, me too.
I've also never played Super Metroid, which is supposed to be like one of the best games ever made. So
yeah,
I have played the original Metroid, and it fucking sucks.
yeah.
So I'm like, I should probably play Super Metroid to wash the taste of that out of my mouth. Where it's like, hey, not all these hallways are copy pasted together.
The Game Boy Color one, or I'm sorry, the Game Boy Advance games are good too. Fusion and
Yeah,
what are the ones called?
If I were to ever replay Metroid 1 again, I should play Zero Mission. And I also need to play the Metroid 2, but I would probably rather just play like the remakes, either a fan one or the actual one they put out like last year on the 3DS.
I borrowed the 3DS one from a friend, and it was pretty cool. I never finished it or anything, but I thought
like I'm sure I could hack playing Metroid 2 on my 3DS because I have it on Virtual Console, but Jesus fucking Christ. Like, why make it more difficult for myself?
Now, is that the Game Boy one or the
Yes.
3DS? Oh
Like,
no!
hey, you know how hard it was to get around the original Metroid because literally all the corridors are copy pasted.
See,
Like,
those Game Boy games, like the Metroid Game Boy games and the Castlevania Game Boy games, are fucking trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no that's why I didn't know at the time. I wish I had gotten that Wii where Castlevania game. Yeah, because I mean, it looks awesome.
I haven't put that out again, honestly.
They really need to. Well, it's Konami though, so they probably
Well,
won't.
they put out the Castlevania like Classic Collection or whatever recently. I'm surprised that wasn't included. I think the original Game Boy one is. Weirdly enough,
I don't know. Video
But
game.
not
These Japanese fucking big time video game companies are retarded.
yeah, seriously. Konami's actually put out a bunch of classic game collections recently. I think they did a Contra one too, and then like an arcade one that has like what's the game with Vic Viper? Gradius?
I don't know, because the thing is, I wouldn't trust them because the Silent Hill collection was so botched.
No, and I agree, but it's also like some of the classic games they actually did take the time to like put in stuff. Like the TurboGrafx 16 thing has Snatcher on it. Granted, it's in Japanese, but you can play Snatcher if you can translate it, and also it's got like Gradius and Life Force, aka Salamander.
But isn't that to my point about how fucking lazy they are? That if they really cared, they would have released I mean, they could have paid somebody to fucking translate that.
You're absolutely right, but
is there has to be a patch, right? There has to be a fan patch for those games.
I'm sure I can find a fan translation of Snatcher. It's just like none of the games on the PC Engine side of that thing are translated. So if you play like Star Parodier, it's only in Japanese.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's a shmup, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
but a lot of them are shmups, so I can see why they wouldn't go through the trouble of translating most. And there are games that are both on the PC Engine and TurboGrafx sides of that thing. So like Ys Book 1 and 2 is available in English and Japanese, depending on which side of that console you play it on.
Sure.
But yeah. So I don't know. I'm just assuming because it was never originally translated for TurboGrafx 16 in America, even though I guess it got translated for Sega CD or whatever. There's an English version of Snatcher on one of the Sega platforms, right? Sega CD or Sega Saturn?
Mm-hmm.
Or 32X? I don't fucking know.
No clue.
I don't know. I'll find a fan translation of Snatcher and fucking play that eventually. Because I like Kojima. I like Kojima enough to have Death Stranding.
I mean, you could just watch Blade Runner.
I could, but why watch it when I could live it and play it?
Hey, you're right.
I love like older visual novels like that. That's why I really liked
I know, I'm just being a shit.
that's why I really like Valhalla from what I played of it so far because it emulates those so perfectly. And also, I'm kind of miffed that when they put out A Girl Who Chants Love at the Bound of This World on like PS4 and Switch, it's like a new version. I'm like, I wish there was a way to like regress to the old like PC 98 graphics and music for that game, but still have it translated somehow. But I'm not paying $50 for a visual novel. Fuck off.
Yeah.
It was on sale recently, but I didn't buy it because it's like I don't need to be buying games right now. Despite the fact that then there was a sale the other day where like all the old Tomb Raiders were like $1 each, so I basically have every old Tomb Raider game now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I look, people say they're trash. I want to go back and try them anyway, just to see. And they were $1 each, so like who gives a fuck?
I wish my first experience wasn't the third game, because then I might have actually enjoyed those games.
Well, yeah, I know people shit on like 3 and The Last Revelation and Chronicles and stuff. But I even have like Angel of Darkness and the other PS2 ones like Legend and Anniversary, which I guess is a remake.
Yeah, I have Anniversary for the Wii. I got pretty far, I thought, and then I got to a part I got stuck on. I just said fuck it. But that was fun.
But I'll play those eventually. I want to kind of do a deep dive on Tomb Raider because I've been playing Lara Croft Go to finish off the DLCs I got for that thing, so I can free up some space on my phone.
Just ask Christina to tell you everything about it.
No, I do want to play those. Tomb Raider is a series that I'm kind of shocked that I never played back in the day.
Is you're horny?
Not even really. No, they seem cool.
No, I know.
I personally don't find Lara Croft that hot, but like, just seems like a cool like I'm not trying to sound like a cartoon so SJW witch here, but it's like it's a game with a female character back in the '90s, which never fucking happened. So that's neat. And the idea of like raiding tombs and shooting T-Rexes seems awesome.
When the Pandemonium come out?
What's Pandemonium?
It's a video game.
Well, obviously.
On the PlayStation, came out in '96, and that has a female protagonist.
You know what I fucking mean, asshole. It never happened back in the day. It was like it was really rare.
I know. I just wanted to see when.
Like, I wanted Castlevania for the N64. You play as a girl.
I just want to see when Tomb Raider came out. The first one.
I would guess 96 or 95.
Yeah, it's 96.
I do get like weirdly nostalgic for PS1 games that I never played. Like I barely ever played Croc, but
Yeah.
I kind of want to play Croc.
The second Pandemonium game is actually really cool, but the hit detection's strange. It plays like what's that game you like? With a K, Klonoa.
Oh, really?
That's how it plays, but the hit detection isn't as good as Klonoa, because Klonoa is really good. I actually need to sit down and
Klonoa is
play
like
that.
legit one of my favorite games.
Yeah, I played a little bit of the first level, and the first couple levels, and I really need to sit down and actually play that game because it's
you
cool.
should. It's
really
amazing.
cool.
I would even argue Klonoa 2 is better just because it actually can be.
Yeah,
done
but what system is that on?
PS2.
Okay. Then I might be actually.
Which was why I got so miffed when they remade Klonoa for the Wii, and then no one fucking bought it because they were saying like, yeah, if this sells enough, we might consider doing a Klonoa 2 remake, and then here we are.
Well, you know what you should do?
What?
Start developing a fan version. Yeah. Then
Yep.
they'll shut you. They'll either hire you or shut your ass down, and then make their own version.
I mean, it's fine because Klonoa 2 looks great anyway on the PS2 because it's like cell shaded, so like it looks totally fine. It's mostly because it's like it's a 2.5D game, but unlike Klonoa 1 where like Klonoa is a sprite and like all the enemies are sprites, he's like a full 3D model now. So when they like have you jump into a cannon and shoot him through the air to another part of the level, the camera can like do all these crazy pans around him and it looks awesome.
You know, people are saying. I think I saw
And
some
then
people
there's like
saying.
the hoverboard levels where you actually do get full 3D control of him for a little bit.
You know, the remakes is like when Breath of the Wild, when Skyward Sword comes out on the Switch. I think I saw some people saying like, "Oh, it'd be great to play it without motion controls," but wouldn't it still have motion controls?
Design,
Yeah, exactly. Like
you can't re-release that game without motion control.
Yeah,
and the Joy-Cons could totally hack it.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
They'd probably
they're
even be
made for
better
it.
at it.
Actually, yeah, because it like based on what I've played of like fucking Ring Fit, where I don't know how the fuck the motion controls work in that game, but they do.
I'd been playing that boxing, fitness boxing.
Yeah, just get sweating to Carly Rae Jepsen, sweating to the newies.
Dude, I tell you, after 20 minutes, so that game is cool because you,
After 20 minutes, Call Me Maybe becomes a good song again.
yeah, it does. No, it's you unlock moves as you play, so like
Okay.
over a certain over amount of days, I guess. So like you start out with jabs, straights, uppercuts, and hooks to the head, but then eventually you'll unlock dodging and then body blows. So right now I'm doing ducks and dodging forward, like ducking forward and left and right. And man, like you have to bend your knees, and it kills my legs. And I'm pretty winded at the end of 20 minutes. I've never done a lot of like cardio stuff, so I like it though. It's fun, but
Yeah.
how it registers your movements, it doesn't. It's moving your hands back to the position that they were in, not the actual like hit.
Oh.
So when you jab, you have when you jab and then bring your hand back to like a blocking position, that's when it reads it. It's like reading the snapback.
Okay.
So it's a little weird in that sense. But I mean, you're not really. Yeah, the score matters in the sense that you'll unlock sexier clothes for your trainers, which is really funny because there's you can actually the default girls are pretty cute, but you can actually, if you want to, you can change their hair, eye, and skin color. So there's so like I made the one that looked like an Asian. I made her even paler.
I thought they were all like We Fit Trainer, like white
No,
commercial people.
No,
At
no,
least
no.
based on the key art for that game. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fair. But no,
Like,
no,
like Feel the Magic looking
Uh-uh.
chicks.
no. They look like characters.
Oh, weird. I might have to pick that up actually.
The brown chick is tall with the biggest boobs, and she has but unfortunately she has like a robotic Australian accent. However, you can change. I think they might be real people. They might be real voice actors, but it's kind of weird. Like I can't really tell if it's like
You can't tell if it's a voice actor or like synthesized speech.
yeah,
Oh, weird.
but you can change their voices to Japanese.
Oh, neat, neat.
So just for the hell of it. And I told my sister about it, and she ended up picking it up. I told my friend about it, and he bought it. But my sister texted me because I said there's a demo. Now I wasn't able to download it digitally. I don't know if I was just having a problem, if the network was having a problem that day, but I ended up getting it physically off of Amazon. I think at this point there's only 10 copies left.
Yeah.
But she texted me after playing the demo with her husband and said, I like how as you play this, you unlock sexier outfits for them. And I'm like, I know, right? It's great. And their boobs bounce. Their boobs actually bounce. I don't think it wasn't meant to be like that kind of game, but they put it in. I appreciate it. It's a good workout. I'm sweating like a pig after 20 minutes. The first couple of days I had it for 30, and then I cut it down to 20, and then yesterday and today I actually took a day off.
I don't know if there's any breast physics in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but they sure did add jiggle physics to Don Corneo's stomach.
Ugh. Why wouldn't there be breast physics in Final Fantasy VII?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like it should have been mandatory. They should have built the game around that.
Well, because Tifa's wearing like a fucking sports bra. Because everyone's like, oh, they made her boobs smaller. Trust me, if you get her in like the Chinese outfit, when you get to the Don Corneo scene, her boobs are fucking huge.
Nice.
So
they've just been compressed and squished.
I think so, honestly.
I never thought her boobs looked all that. The thing, if you compare her to the first game, yeah, of course they look smaller because in the first game they were pyramids.
Yeah.
I mean,
like they look pretty big in like Tetsuya Nomura's art of her, but not like hilariously so.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a Dakimakura.
Oh yeah, who?
Well, the thing is, when I would look them up, like, so you can get like Chinese knockoffs of like stolen art, and I really didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that anymore, to be honest. I've done that for like figures and posters, but like I just don't want to do that anymore because I feel like it's unfair. It's unfair to the artist, and it's also I don't want to give any money to China, even though it's impossible not to because our country is owned by China and everything's made in China that's shipped here. Though I try, I really go out of my way. It's not even for any kind of, it's not for any real reason. I'm doing it almost as like a protest. Like I'm like, fuck, why? Like fuck China. Okay.
No, I know, but you don't want to do it if you don't have to. Like when I the Steam summer sale, I didn't want to buy the Duke Nukem 3D like 20th anniversary edition because it's like published by Gearbox, so it'd be giving Randy Pitchford money.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm only giving him like $1, so who fucking cares?
Yeah,
I guess.
and like there's times where like, well, okay, I guess I'm pretty much forced, and I'm not gonna. It doesn't weigh heavily on my conscience that I had to give money to China. And let me be clear, I have nothing against the Chinese people. It's their government. It's like how I don't have any problem with Americans.
I don't think anyone ever questioned that who's listening to this. Don't worry.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah, I guess. You don't want to be a bitch about it.
Well, yeah. Just to be fair, those chinks are all right by me. If those slopes can live their lives,
I like them.
Yeah, those chinks, they're all right. No,
those chinks don't stink.
They don't stink. I mean, some of them stink. I'm sure. I mean, it's human nature.
Probably statistically, most of them.
Probably most of them stink.
It's the diet. It's not their fault.
Yeah. I mean, those bats. But no, but the reason why I wanted to get a Dakimakura was because I took the doors off of all my closets a while ago to like put shelves. No, just because I was angry. No, I ripped them off.
I just picture you going into like a fucking lockdown induced like psychosis.
No, I actually did this before that.
There's too many doors in this house.
Okay, no, but to be fair, I hate closet doors. I hate doors. I hate things in my way. So like I took down all of the.
Your lack of patience runs so deep.
Oh,
you
it
don't
does.
want to open a door to get to.
I don't. If I don't have to open a door, I'm not gonna. So I took the doors off of I took the cabinet doors off in the kitchen too.
Let alone you could just leave the doors open. What is wrong with you?
Because now they're like shelves. I could put the dishes in. I could take them out. I don't have to open a door. It's an extra step that's just gone now.
No, you could just leave the closet door open and have the.
But now it's always open. No, it's like once you take the doors off, it actually opens up a lot of space. Like I was able to put my.
Who made you this way?
I don't know. My parents, I guess. Oh.
You discovered you were 2% Jewish, and all of a sudden you became so neurotic. You're taking the doors off everything in your house.
Look, I was always neurotic, but hey, my sister actually sent me an update about that just today.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, she really did, and it's okay. So
she's finally taking her free trip to Israel.
Yeah, we're making the pilgrimage. So
they
Irish, I know they have them. Irish, 31%. Jewish, 23%. And now they've actually drilled down to where. So Lithuania, Latvia, Ukraine, and Western Russia. So I'm basically I'm like Eastern European Jew.
Yeah.
Also.
So Borai would have you killed.
Yes. 19% England, Wales, or Northwestern Europe. So I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, and then of course Italy, which is 11%. German 10. Now this is really funny. So Greece, remember I said I was like 1%, 2% or whatever. I still am, but now Turkey and the Caucasus, whatever the Caucasus is, that's 3%. So not only am I Greek, but I'm also Turkish. So I'm basically Middle Eastern Jew at this point.
Yeah. So you live on the West Coast. Awesome. Great.
Yeah. And so watch what you say. That's why I've been watching. That's what I'm trying to be more careful because
Lithuania. Fuck. The last time I heard the name Lithuania, I'm gonna bring up an old podcast, but on Reckless Media Radio, they had like some random listener who was from Lithuania, and like he could barely speak English, but they just loved it because they were like, "Where the fuck is Lithuania?" They just pictured this guy like living in a shack watching their like Stickam stream on like a fucking CRT monitor.
I legit didn't know Lithuania was a real country. Also,
oh really?
Not now. I mean, but until pretty recently, like 10 years ago, there was this girl in my class in college who was Italian and Lithuanian, and I was like, oh. Now, also, I've always been a huge fan of Eastern European women, and now I have a little more insight into that. I'm like, yes. It's because I have some of that in my blood, apparently.
It's in your bone marrow.
It's in my bone marrow. And Lithuanian and Italians are pretty primo.
Nice.
Yeah. I actually looked up into that. I was like, why? Like, how would Lithuanians and Italians hook up? And they actually did some... they had some, like... they did, like...
slave trade.
No. What do they call on Twitter? Art trade. They actually did, like, architecture trading kind of stuff. And then like in World War
Is this like that tweet where it's like Italians took everything and made it better? They took sex from the Greeks and found out you could also have it with women.
Yeah, isn't that great? I didn't know you could do that until Italians
Dude,
did it.
Craig last night he sent me this fucking video from like 2013 where it's like a bunch of these dudes dressed up like cavemen. It's like, guys, we got to stop doing samesies. We don't have enough people. We got to start doing opposites because when you put the people juice in the samesies, more people don't come out. But I had to look up when this video was made because they point to the only black guy and go, "Why does he look like the Knight?"
God, that sounds hilarious.
It's great. I'll send it to you later. Yeah.
Fuck, that actually sounds really funny. Oh, I actually been watching a show. Not consistently or anything, but when it pops up on Twitter, called Tuning Out the News.
Oh.
Where they have cartoon news anchors, and then they'll have
you shared something from that, like when the Joe Biden got like the nomination or something.
Dude, it's like I can't believe there's a modern political show where they make fun of both sides, and it's funny. Like what? What I thought everybody in the media had to be liberal or they are death.
Yeah, it's give me liberal or give me
death. It's pretty goddamn funny. Like
just fucking reminds me of that Control Alt Delete comic where they removed all the words, but Your Honor, League of Legends, death.
Oh yeah, God, those comics are funny.
And it's just him sitting in the electric chair with a speech bubble that's empty.
Oh yeah, empty thoughts, head empty.
How you can improve literally.
Go ahead. Oh yeah. The one joke that I remember from the Tuning Out the News was they cut to Bernie Sanders and they introduced him that he said in the shed that the DNC has locked him up in, and I was like, oh, that's funny. But then when they cut to him, he had stacks of wood, like firewood, floor to ceiling, and I was like, oh my God, that looks like a shed. And I started fucking dying just at the concept, the idea that the DNC has him locked in a shed, and it looked like a shed. Anyway, I think it's pretty funny, but unfortunately it's a CBS All Access show.
Funny too, but you're also breaking up again.
Oh fuck, no, I said who cares what I said. How about we end it? Oh, you can't hear me.
I couldn't hear it.
Can you hear me now?
I said, and then complete silence. Huh?
I said, actually, who cares what I said? Do you want to end it? Oh, fuck.
I want to explain on my end. You said, so what I said was, and then there was like 10 seconds of uninterrupted silence. And then you went, actually, who cares what I said?
Yeah. No, that is what I said. I said, so do you want to end it? Because since we started breaking up again.
Yeah.
Show notes?
Windows 10, Epic Games Store, Avatar and the Legend of Korra, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Skyward Sword, Truber Broke Records, mini consoles, collecting games, fitness boxing.
I mean, I guess you could dress me up as Tifa because she's a boxer.
Yeah, and then I'll be Cloud in a dress.
Cool. I don't know if this was a good episode, but I had a good time.
I had a lot to talk about. Yeah. None of the episodes are good. Let's not kid ourselves.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so Banner is Matt as Tifa. Mitch is Cloud in a dress.
Make sure to give me like a spare tire gut because that's what I have right now.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Because I want, because I mean she has that midriff shirt, so give me that spare tire.
Why can't I just make you sexy?
I guess listen to your heart.
Do you want me to just draw you as regular Tifa in a regular outfit, or do you want me to draw her in like one of the dresses she can wear in the Dunk Reneo scene?
No, because I'm horny for suspenders, and if I see myself in suspenders, I'll be extra horny.
Oh, did you see the one outfit that the guy who's doing that Wolf Girl game made where it's like overalls, like sexy overalls?
Oh God, did I?
Yeah. I commented on Zooey Mama.
There was I found a new artist on Twitter, and whatever it was real sexy. So I just posted that picture of Ralph Wiggum. I'm in danger. I'm in danger.
I think I know the artist. Hold on, let me see your Profile. Let me go to media. Oh, it's a cute Miku. God, Tubi's ass. Jesus fucking Christ.
Did you see that like life-size 2B?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, I did. I know.
They couldn't stop me from coming on that thing in that fucking convention.
They couldn't. God, I wish that was in the episode because that would be a great fucking title.
I'm still recording.
They couldn't stop me from coming on that thing.
I'm still recording. I never stopped.
Why did you post the Wheel of Pain to Kino Fabino?
What?
Oh, because look up your name and gifts, and then post the gift that makes you feel how 2020 makes you feel.
Oh, that's why.
It's the Wheel of Pain from Conan. Where's the fucking? Wow, the chicks and fitness trainer. Wow. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah, I've seen that artist. Yeah. But because of you, the one with the wolf chick, and she's like, "Hey, you're my roommate." La-di-da.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah. I really wish this picture of the Wind Waker HD with the feet at the bottom was you, and I really wish it was like 3 millimeters of the tip of your dick at the bottom of the frame.
Yeah, I realized when you wrote that, I was like, "Oh my, no, that's not me." Yeah, they got the characters in fitness boxing. One of them's Elsa, basically.
Oh.
There's a short little like Hispanic cheerleader type chick.
Yeah.
And then like the fucking 7 foot tall Australian chick.
Yeah. Wait, so what's the name of this episode?
Oh God, shitness boxing. I don't know. yeah, I like fitness boxing. I like fitness boxing. Fitness boxing pizza in my mouth.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's stupid. Oh my God, that fucking. I laughed so hard at work last night when it was that tweet where it was me when I log into this freak show every night, and it's that Rave and Devilman, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. What the fuck?
I need to watch whatever version of Devilman that is, because it's the one where you always see like the dub and they're just saying "fuck" every other word.
Well,
it seems fucking awesome.
Well, there's like that other. I knew the name and I forgot it. It was like, where it's like, whatever you do, don't get attacked by any vampires out there.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't know what a vampire was if it jumped up and bit you on the end of your goddamn cock, or whatever the fuck he says.
That was amazing. Holy shit. I love old anime dubs for just that reason alone.
If it bit you on the end of your goddamn dick. Yeah, but he said, but he doesn't say goddamn like I would. Goddamn. Like there's no D.
Yeah. Skyward
Whore.
Skyward Horrors.
Nah.
Truber Kook.
What?
I don't know. Epic Cum Store.
So you're telling me you don't like that clown chick with the giant tits?
I mean, just because she's a clown, I think the idea of the comic is cute.
Okay.
But I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't fuck a clown. Sorry.
Because you're fucking your tweet about losing your best friend to clown porn. Is there a number I can call? I assume that was about me.
Yes.
Okay.
I have colorophobia. What do you want? Oh, and then you tweeted the letter A for some fucking reason, and then I said 4, and then my friends from the Nude Clan were like, "Is a furry ass bitch."
I didn't see that. That's funny.
Because the running joke in their group is like, "I'm a furry."
You want to name the episode "Mitch is a Furry"? Confirmed.
Yes. And then I'll send that to them, and they'll be like, "Oh, oh, there's one bit from the Final Fantasy VII remake I didn't talk about. They have like a scene near the end where Hojo is like looking at something, and he starts like laughing evilly, but they cut it off at a weird spot. If you watch like Clems's video on it, he like talks about it. He's like, "You gonna do my boy dirty like that?" Where he's just like, "Ah ha 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 ha," ah, and then it just like cuts off.
Perfectly cut screams.
Yes, it is. Hold on, let me see if I can find that on YouTube so you can hear that real quick.
I watched the last video by him because I don't generally watch the video game stuff by him, but I watch What did he do? I think he did like a bad movie review, but I don't remember what it was.
It was Goth.
Oh yeah, that was a good video. It was funny.
I haven't watched that yet, but hold on. Let me see if I can find Hojo Laughing Scream remake. I don't know if I'm even gonna find this, but it was such a weird. I mean, they made Hojo creepy as fuck in this, so it works.
Hojo is the clown, right?
No, Hojo's the mad scientist that basically like orchestrated everything.
Oh, okay.
Like he's technically Sephiroth's dad.
Well, isn't Cloud and Sephiroth brothers?
Kind of in that like they were both injected with like the cells of this alien named Genova. Hold on. I don't know if the cutoff works in this YouTube video that I found because it's literally the last scene of him in the game. But there, I sent you that's the time code that it should go to.
Okay.
So you don't have to skip all the way to the end. Oh, it's not in there. God damn it.
Yeah, still pretty good.
No, because like literally the last laugh, he's like he really fucking like
goes for it.
He really goes for it, and they cut him off mid that. Hold on, I found Final Fantasy VII Remake all cutscenes the movie. Let me see if I can find it on there because it'll be in there.
Well, is this it? We got the name in the banner.
Wait, what was it?
Mitch is a furry confirmed.
Yeah, why not?